Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my 2-year Streamiversary PulseChain Positivity Podcast number 31. I'm stoked. I'm muted. Oh, am I back? I think I'm back. I hope I'm back. We're about to find out. My mic cable, I was messing with it last night. Actually, no, it's RG's fault because they were using my equipment to stream Chatting with the Captain, which, by the way, go check that out if you have. Just go check it out. It was great. RG got to chat with Marlon Williams, who is a beast in the crypto world. So go find out more about him. He's on the cruise with us. We are having a grand old time. I would like to apologize. It's confession time. And let me know if y'all are watching how the connection is, how my volume is, and all that jazz, because I'm on a boat. So I'm using Starlink, though, here. Should be comparable to what I'm used to living that bus life. And yeah, yes. Okay, let's say hi. Before I confess, before we go into confession mode, let's say hi to the chat. I got a couple friends up in here. We got Bars or Barzy. How do you like that said? Barzy or Bars? Let me know. Yeah, seeing you around. Appreciate you being around, Bars. I am stoked to be a part of the fam. Yes, LFG. So funny. If any of you were in the gaming world at one point and have heard of this little game called World of Warcraft, when I first came into the crypto space, I saw people in the chat putting in hashtag LFG, and I'm like, why are you looking for a group? Are we going on a quest? Which, yes, in some terms we are, aren't we? Aren't we all looking for a group and we're going on a quest together in this crypto space? But yeah, LFG, let's fucking go. Let's do it. So good morning to you. Hex Fetty says the water looks great. It feels great. I have a fun story to tell you a little bit later about what I did yesterday in Cabo San Lucas after my confession. And Hex Fetty also says loud and clear. Awesome. Jason Ariano, hello, friend. I'll be back in town real shortly here. So hopefully we get to hang out a little bit. And yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for confirming that the volume is good and you can hear me well. Confession. This confession is specifically for and to Black Hexagon, because she is amazing. And she does 90% of the work on the team, on the PulseChain Tour team. RG and I just kind of show up and do what we do, and Black Hexagon takes care of every other detail, and we love her for that. She has really just time and time again proven her capability, her prowess in what she does, and I cannot thank her enough for everything. So, Black Hexagon, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for ever fudding your cruise idea, because I've realized on this cruise here that it's really what you make of it. You know, I I definitely over the last year had moments where I would say, "Oh, I'm not going on the cruise." I tried not to say anything for most of the time because I didn't want to FUD it, because obviously, like, you know, people love cruises and they do this thing all the time, and this is their thing. This is a like big event, and you know, this is culmination of our PulseChain tour. So I had already made plans to do something else, and because it was around my birthday time, and then on top of that, it was just not my thing the first time around. Well, confession, ladies and gentlemen, I love this cruise. I am having a blast. This really has been an epic adventure. It is absolutely what you make of it. right? It's, you know, who you're with, what you're doing. There are so many different ways to take advantage of having the time that you want to have on a cruise ship. Now, when I had my first experience, I really, I didn't know what to expect. And I didn't really take advantage of a lot of the opportunities that were on the ship in terms of events that they do and activities that they have lined up and things of that nature. So it just wasn't, it just wasn't, and I felt like, oh, this isn't the thing I want to do. And oh, I wish I could have just like flown to the Bahamas and been in the Bahamas. And on top of that, I didn't plan any excursions when I went to, it was a lack of planning, a lack of understanding how cruises work and what you should do and all that jazz. So I'm sorry for anyone who, I hope nobody didn't go on this cruise because of me in any way, shape, or form. But with that in mind, and before I open my mouth about this, let me just double check something because I don't want to be saying things that I shouldn't be saying. Because I think this is already announced. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put this link in the chat. This is very exciting. In case you have not heard yet. Okay, back it up. Before I do that, let me finish confession and what else do I want to say? I can't think of the word. Not congratulations, but I guess thanks. Confession and gratitude, right? So confession, having an amazing time. A couple things I want to mention that have made this cruise in particular wonderful for me are that, y'all, this boat has grass, not fake turf, not plastic bullshit, whatever you think. Real grass. There's dirt. There's dirt and grass on the boat. I put my feet on earth on a ship in the middle of the ocean. And it was awesome. It's so awesome. It's like on deck 14 or 15, there's an entire lawn area. It's like the whole part of it is covered in grass. I was so excited that I took my shoes off and I had just been to the gym. So I'm in my gym clothes and I actually took a video of this. So I will be posting this video at some point. But I was so stoked that I took my shoes and socks off. I walked with my little feetsies and just grounded in the grass. And then I did cartwheels. That's right. Cartwheels on the grass on a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean. So my little hippie heart is just, I mean, if we can find cruise ships that always have grass, I'm about it. Like, let's work on that because I like that a lot. And then in addition to that, like I said, I did not plan well the first time around, the first cruise that I went on, and didn't do any excursions, didn't really, kind of know what I was doing. I understand how cruises work now. Now that I've done my second cruise, I get it. I love it. And I know how to better take advantage of the offerings that you have on a cruise ship. So it's important to plan excursions. And I'll be talking about this leading up to this next cruise, which I will be announcing shortly. But the reason that there are these excursions planned and things like that is you have limited time, right? You have to get off the ship at a certain time and you have to get back on the ship because, they're going to leave dock. Cabo was cool because we had an overnight in Cabo. You could have technically, if you wanted to, if you wanted to spend that money and do that, you could have got off the ship 2 days ago. But anyways, got off the ship the first day that you're docked wherever you're docked, stayed the night at a hotel if you so desired, or just stayed out all night being crazy because some people do that, and then not got back on the ship until the next day. I actually overheard a couple having a conversation and they had actually, shelled out a few $100s to stay in a very nice hotel in Cabo. So there's that experience. But at least the first cruise in the Bahamas, it was like 1 day everywhere and you had to like be on and off the ship real quick. Now they have these excursions and you guys, I had the best time ever on this excursion. I went snorkeling in Cabo and it was, not only was it, so it started, it was, it was presented as a snorkeling trip. Well, in that trip, it was on a speedboat. You got to snorkel. And then at the end of the snorkeling part, they had kayaks, stand-up paddle boards, and these things called scooters that you're like holding on, and it's got like a motor, and you click it, and it allows you to dive deeper when you're snorkeling. And on top of that, I learned how to snorkel because I didn't realize, like nearly every other time I've gone snorkeling, when you go and you dive, your ears, all the pressure starts to hurt. So you can't dive very far. And on top of that, most of the places I've been snorkeling, to my memory, which haven't been many, I've probably been a handful of times, but most of the places have been rather shallow water, 5-10 feet at most. Well, this was, 25, 30, 40 feet. You could see down in the beautiful crystal clear water below you. And I wanted, me, a little adventurer, like I wanted to go down and explore and see what was going on down there. So I would, dive as far as I could with my little flippy floppies. I learned several things. Don't use your hands. When you're snorkeling, you don't want to do any of this because you're just wasting energy. You want to use those fins that they give you because that allows you to go deeper faster, and vice versa. It allows you to get back up to the surface faster. So use your little flippy floppies. Don't use your hands. And then as you go down and you're diving and the pressure starts to build, you're going to pop your ears. This action where you blow and you open up your tubes. Well, you're going to do that. And then that allows the pressure to be released so that you can continue going a little bit further and be comfortable, because it was hurting a few times, and then I learned that trick. And you guys, okay, so I have something to show you. You ready for this? Well, hold on. All right. This is a photograph of me snorkeling in Cabo San Lucas. Would you look at that? Would you just look at that, you guys? Oh my God. It was awesome. So in this picture, I'm picking up a little sea urchin, and I said hello, and then I put him back in his proper little place. It was lovely. So yay. Oh my goodness. I had an amazing time. And I hope that you guys will join us on the next cruise. It's already been announced. It's on ksb.tv. And we are going, ladies and gentlemen, to Greece from Venice. So cruise starts in Venice, goes to the Greek islands. It's going to be amazing. So already announcing it right now. I believe June 29th through July 6th. And this is great. So if you look right now on ksb.tv, let me see. I'm actually there right now. I'm going to the meetups page, and I just want to see. All right. So I'm not going to talk too much about this because this is a partnership that we're doing. This is mostly Hex Lion and Black Hexagon. They are in charge of what is going on in Europe next year. So that is part of what they'll be doing and planning and announcing. So I'm actually going to kind of skip talking about that, but just keep tuned. Check out pulsechaintour.com. In a couple of weeks, we should have that website back up and running with a lot more info and a lot more dates for what we're doing next year. We are coming back at you. We're going to take about a month off, December, and start back up in January with a tailgate party, ladies and gentlemen. So if you are a sports ball fan, it's going to be the Chiefs game in San Diego. And that's what's going on. So let me go back real quick. I want to say what's up to the chat again. I see more people trickling in here. We got Crypto King. Hey, Crypto King, if you haven't already, check out your Telegram. It's kind of too late because I already sent the email that you asked me to, but I'd like for you to review this email. We got some business to discuss. So hit me up on Telegram, Crypto King. Thank you very much. Emmett says, SJ, lucky girl. 100% Emmett, I am a lucky girl. And I would like to thank a few people real quick for that. Mike Roth, hope I said that right. Mike was a total badass and asked me if I was going on this cruise. And through that whole conversation is how I ended up here. So thank you, Mike, for your generosity. I hope you are having a splendiferous time. And it's been really awesome getting to see you out and about, hanging out on this ship. Susie Q, And George, y'all, I could not have had the time of my life without you as well. We are bummed that you're not here, but definitely looking forward to seeing you, hopefully on the Venice cruise. That's going to be awesome. And definitely, I think before then, like I said, there are going to be 3 events in Southern California coming up in January. So I know, Susie Q, you're not far from there. So I'd love to see you real soon. Let's see. Wow. Someone banned. Do I have any admins in here? Can we ban someone named G? What a jerk. Oh, how funny. Spike, what is up, my friend? It is good to see you. I hope where you are is treating you well. And oh, hey, if you happen to have them, don't forget about that drone footage, my friend. I would love to see that and maybe get myself an intro going in case. When he does chat with the cast, so again, with Arlen from yesterday, and you'll see the intro that I created for him in the beginning. It's the second intro that he plays. But yeah, I want to make myself a little intro, and I'm hoping to get some footage from Spike for that. What is up, PulseChain Army? Good to see you. Oh, I'm going to hold on a second because that is telling me. Oh, there we go. Connection is good. I can see that I might be having a weak connection right now, but hopefully it's all right. PulseChain Army, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your support and participation. Oh, what is up? Excellent choice. Excellent choice. Says snorkeling in Cabo is awesome. I didn't even get to, I mean, like, I won't tell you everything that happened, but man, like the toys at the end was super cool. And on top of all of that, I got to do whale watching for free. As we took the boat from one end of this part of Cabo to the other, twice we got to see whales, just humpback whales doing their thing. Oh, it was beautiful. I'm gonna put together a little reel of my time here and what I've been doing. So totally awesome. Bambi Stone says, congratulations, SJ, on 2 years. Thank you, Bambi. Thank you so much. Yeah, I went back. I saw Maddie Allen and Crypto Heartbeat both do their little Streamiversary shows, and I was like, "What? When did I actually start doing this?" So my first actual live stream, if you go back and look, was in February. But the first time I put content out on my YouTube channel was this day 2 years ago. It was the SciVive intro. So that was the first time I ever uploaded something to my channel, and I wanted to celebrate that because that was the beginning of this journey. And wow. Like, how far have we come together, and how awesome is it to see the ripples, right? As someone who had never done really anything like that before, never had their own YouTube channel. I did a little bit of content on Instagram for doing my bus life and things, van life and things like that. But that was really the first time that I was like, okay, I'm gonna really do this thing and contribute to this community, because selfishly, again, I wanted to have an audiobook for SciVive. So that's where that all came from. All right, here is the link to the HEX cruise that's going to be coming up in late June, July of next year in Europe. Thoughts, child. Hello, friend. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Mr. Chuck, good to see you as always. The December cruise should be called Boats and Ho-Ho-Hos. That's pretty funny. That's silly. It's there are lots of boats, and there are lots of people in Santa hats. Am I tripping? Are you on this cruise, Mr. Chuck? And I just didn't realize that. That'd be funny. Thoughts Child says, yeah, for sure. All the higher to go. Okay, so everyone's saying Tank Crypto. Tank Crypto, longtime supporter of my channel, also supporter of the PulseChain tour in general. I was able to pull the bus up at his place and hang out for a day or two in the early stages. And that always means the world to me. If you hear that the PulseChain tour is coming to a city near you, feel free to reach out to me if you happen to have a space available for parking the bus and want to have a hexagon or two, you know, in your general area around that time, because I love doing that. I love meeting up with people and just having a grand old time and spreading the word. Crypto King says, will do. Thank you very much, sir. We got Johnny B. Mr. Make It Merriam. Bro, I looked at your I think it was your Twitter, and I saw that on there. And I don't remember who I was with, but they were like, now that's a supportive man right there. you know, and I couldn't agree more. That is the cutest fucking thing. Like, I saw Hex-Ray Vision and his wife have, you know, kind of the opposite things. It's like she's like Mrs. Hex-Ray Vision or whatever. So what a sweet and lovely way to honor and appreciate your partner. And I love the shit out of that. Tell your beautiful wife that I cannot wait to see my teddy bear and hold my teddy bear. I'm gonna hold my teddy bear. I'm so excited. In case y'all didn't know, Make It Miriam is a great she does crochet among many other things. She just put out some really awesome rugs that you can see. No rug pulls here, ladies and gentlemen, only the nicest, fluffiest rugs for you to put your dainty feet on or strong feet on. Who knows? But she's got a Hex, Pulse, and Pulse X versions of it. And you can find most of her stuff on Instagram, Make It Miriam. I will... Let me link that real quick because I love to support her all the time, along with many other people. In case you didn't know, Lindsay the Hexakin has a line of beauty products. So check that out. She's got an Etsy store. I think it's called Vibra Beauty. I could be wrong. It might be Vibra Skincare or something like that. But yeah, Vibra on Etsy. Check out Lindsay the Hexakin's socials for that. So here is Make It Miriam stuff, and feel free to hit her up with you know, commissions, things that you want to see. If you want anything crocheted, like, she's very creative and inventive, and I am so stoked to see what she's got coming my way. Let's see. Excellent Choice says, good time to be in Italy before it gets too hot. I will be over there in July. Freaking cool, man. That's awesome. So hopefully you'll be there when the cruise comes back from Venice. So, or comes back to Venice, because we will be going from Venice to Greece and back, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's a round trip deal. Hex Cruise. Yeah, so July 6th. So hopefully you are in that area around July. I would love to link up and hang out 100%. Very cool. Thoughts, child. Spike says, yes, I have the drone vid. I'll send an email. Love you. I love you too. Thank you again so much. It was a blast hanging out. Paul Sachs says, motion of the ocean going on 100. It's beautiful, you guys. Like, I'm so glad I get to share this with you. This is just my little balcony outside my room. I was thinking of streaming up in the lunch area, but it's too noisy. There's too much going on over there. What else have we got? We got Red Squirrel in the house. Oi, 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 Red Squirrel. I'm going to be, do you oi, oi, because you're in Europe somewhere? Like, are you in the UK? Because I'm going to be out that way at some point this next year. Y'all, World Tour, PulseChain Tour, live World Tour is coming at you, 2024. Oh, my favorite, mi favorita, Georgia Carrera. Hey, girl, I love you. Thank you so much for everything. You are a gem, and I am looking forward to hanging out with you a little bit more. Let's go to lunch when I get back. I would love to do that and just catch up with you once more. Emmett says, the hardest family friendship, working girl in crypto, not just Hex. Appreciate all that you do. Emmett, thank you. That means a lot to me. I really appreciate that. And you know, for y'all that don't know, I mean, this is really just the tip of the iceberg for me, because I'm a content creator, but I don't intend really on pushing my brand or having products. There's a little product line thing that I thought of a couple of years ago that I'd like to do still, but that's way down the road and not something that's the highest priority on my plate. I just had a fantastic conversation with another content creator who, y'all, if you haven't already come to know and love, you will soon. I'm not going to mention who it is because I don't know how much she wants to put this out there yet, but she and I are going to be co-creating and collaborating on some really awesome stuff. So that is kind of next in line for me. And on, you know, in addition to that, I mean, that's kind of like, you know, what is building in this little iceberg of mine. The content that I do for RG3 is really something that, I mean, outside of the PulseChain tour, right? So the PulseChain tour has been my thing. This kind of, not my thing, but one of the big things I've been working on this last year. And then because of that, and as that role continued to grow, I've now become RG's administrative producer. So I run his shows, I get his guests, I reach out to people. I did his intro. I've been working on a lot of AI projects in terms of, creating these images and getting his socials going and things like that. I've got some interesting things in the works in terms of getting some more views on TikTok and how to connect with the younger generations. So keep your eye out on his TikTok. If you guys don't follow him on TikTok yet, please do. It's just the same at everywhere, at Captain RG3 on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. So you can find him all over the place, and I would appreciate that. So just, what you see of me here on YouTube is really just the tip of the iceberg. I want to finish my SciVive 369 project. That is my goal, to finish that by the end of this year. I've got 40 quotes left to do, and not enough time to do 40 quotes by the end of the year. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to record them all, edit them real quick, and then put like 2 to 3 out a day over the next month so that I can get that project just, out of my wheelhouse. Because it's been great. But for me, and this is a really great stream to kind of say this on, that's where I started, right? In case you didn't know, my original Twitter handle was SciViving SJ, because that was the content that I was doing. Well, in the midst of reading SciVive and learning more from Richard and seeing, what he was teaching about branding and how you should do this and be your own brand. Well, I thought, well, if he's saying I should be my own brand, SciVive is not my brand. That's his thing. Yes, I am a huge cheerleader. And that's, what I was saying about doing co-creation with this other content creator and what I'm doing for RG. My forte in life is being a cheerleader. I am not the one that's going to start a business or, start something and run it. I am the support. I love to come alongside someone who is a leader and is doing that kind of work, and just be like, okay, how can I help? What do you need? Like, where can I step in and make life easier for you so that you can really shine and do the things that you need to get done? And that brings me so much joy and so much purpose in life, so it's interesting because that's kind of what I started. I did that for Richard, right? Without having his consent or, knowing how big this project was going to be. I ended up doing that for Richard SciVive, and now for RG3, and then soon to be announced, another wonderful female content creator in the space. So really, really good stuff. And again, Emmett, thank you for that comment so much. We got, let's see, Johnny B says, thanks for the shout out. Currently working on making some wind spinners. I saw that. Yeah. And Miriam has made some good progress on your bear. Yay. Teddy bear. I'm stoked. I am stoked. Ooh, Georgia says, bring me a souvenir, girl. I wish I would have seen that yesterday, because we're gone. Cabo is far behind me. So your souvenir is a picture of my picture. Here, are you ready? Get your screen caps ready. Screen cap that. That's your souvenir. I love you, darling. But yeah, a little too late. Let's see. All right, cool. Yeah, I figured you're an England red squirrel. That makes everything make sense. Oi, oi, indeed. Paul Sachs says TikTok crowd still into Tide Pods. Probably, bro. Like, that's the thing, is it's just such a strange space. It's so weird. So we'll see what happens. We will see. Let's see. Congrats. Thank you, Paul. Thank you for the congrats on the 2 years. Yeah, it's been quite a journey, and I wouldn't change a damn thing. It's been rough this last year, being alone sometimes and feeling alone in a crowd, different things like that. But really, I have grown so much. I've learned so much about myself. I've learned how to appreciate who I am more. And a lot of that is thanks to your appreciation. When I get stopped and people come up to me and they say, thank you for your content. Thank you for reading SciVive. Thank you for doing what you do. It makes all of those moments of my own FUD, right? Fudding myself, which are few and far between. I mean, you all see me. I'm the positivity princess, right? Like, I am stoked on life 90.95% of the time, right? And that's genuine. That's just who I am and how I am. This is not an act. This is not, I've been an actress, like, and I didn't end up going into acting past commercials because I'm really not that good at it. To be honest with you guys, like I don't have a poker face. So I could do commercial acting and background acting and stand-in work and things like that. But like when it comes to literally like actually pretending to be someone else, it's not my forte because I'm such a genuine person that it just like feels weird to try to step into that. So that is it's a little bit of that story. Gosh, what else, you guys? I want to talk about the cruise and Cabo just a little bit more. I went out the first night we docked in Cabo, and I'm really glad I got to do the snorkeling excursion the next day because going out in Cabo, it's like I don't know what to compare it to, but it was not fun. It was all right, but I'm not drinking. I had like 2 beverages on this cruise so far, and yeah, that's all I need. But I'm just not big into that. And the music, just, if I'm gonna go out and dance, I prefer house music, not dubstep, but I'll go to dubstep every now and then. Drum and bass, of course. Definitely house is my jam though. Like I love dancing to house music or even like hip hop, things like that. I have heard so much, I don't even know what to call it. Like vanilla cake pop is what I want to call it. And I just can't get down with that kind of music. So and then like a lot of it on this ship, unfortunately. I hope everyone had a good time dancing last night. I ended up passing out a little early. But there's a silent disco tonight. There's been a silent disco nearly every night on this ship, and I haven't gone yet, but we're going tonight, and apparently that has been great. And then last night there was a full moon. I mean, they called it a full moon party, even though it's a half moon right now. I'll just let it slide this once. But dancing underneath the moon and the stars out on the pool deck, had a great time doing that. And then they have a little, it's like the Skyview Lounge, I think is what it's called. So they've got another DJ after that point that plays music out up there. And it's been great. I mean, really getting to know people on this cruise and having the ability to make a new friend. Shout out to Cosmic Cowboy. He presented on the day that we had our presentation day. And one of the things that he did as he came up to present was he, introduced himself. And then he said, I want you to walk over and go introduce yourself to someone that you don't know in this room. And it was adorable because the Black Hexagon was like, there's only one person here I don't know. So she went and introduced herself. And, it's great that we get this chance to be together for 7 days. It's about 6 days because the 7th day they kick you right off. It's like 6 a.m. You got to get the fuck off the boat. But we're together for these 6 days and having meals together, sharing conversations. Shout out to Project Pi. They actually have a presentation that they're going to do a little bit later today that we're going to go watch. And, just seeing more people being incubators and builders in this space and people that are outside of many of the content creators that I'm familiar with or have known, and seeing us grow and seeing that continue. I nearly onboarded my waiter at the restaurant that we've been eating at almost every night. He told me that he had a experience in crypto where he was told, and this is not the first time that I've heard this story, he invested, I believe, $100. They were like, oh, hey, check this out. We put this money in and look, you've got $300 now, but you've got to pay us these fees to get your money out. So he sends the money for the fees. Oh, hey, that's great. Hey, check it out. Look, overnight, your funds moved up to $1,200. And look, isn't that great? Your $100 investment is now $1,200, but you've got to pay these fees to get your money out. And then he pays the fees again. It still hasn't gotten his money out. Oh, hey, you've got $3,000. Or it went up higher than that or whatever. Basically, this poor dude loses about $3,000. He loses $3,000 in this scam. And that burns people. So I feel like the more we talk about this, the further our reach is, and the more that we teach people that, yes, 90-something% of what you see in crypto is a scam. It's a scam. It's a rug pull. It is, not going to do good for you or anyone else. But Hex is different. PulseChain is different. Richard Hart is different. And we've really got something that holds value, that has continued to work flawlessly for 4 years. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Congratulations, Richard Hart, for 4 years of flawless operation. Shout out Hex birthday. What a treat to have been here for the ride these last 2 years. I am just really over the moon at being a part of this community and being a voice that gets to shout from the rooftops that Hex is better than Bitcoin, that PulseChain is better than Ethereum, or at the very least is an alternative, right? Is a place where people can come transact for much cheaper, build things for much cheaper, and really we can onboard and bring in more people into this ecosystem because there's not this huge, blockage financially. And that's something that I want to, really help do. And if and when I've got more time to work on my own content, that's going to be it. I reached out to Lamont Black. If any of y'all talk to him, be like, hey, SJ wants to do a thing. Remember that thing SJ talked to you about? I would love to. I have this idea for a show where it's myself and Lamont, and I use Black Hexican's Amazon released book. If you haven't seen it yet, go to amazon.com and find yourself the AB crypto book. She and her husband, CRYPTO, put together this fantastic book for kids that goes over cryptocurrency definitions and terms. And here is the link. Ding, 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 ding. All right, there's the link. And definitely check that out. I wanted to go over and basically use that book and promote her book or their book and do the whole explain like I'm 5 version of a crypto term, and then have Lamont do the collegiate level explanation of that same term. And I think that would bring some value to the space. So that's something that I would like to work on. All right, let's see. Ding, 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 ding. House is best to dance to. Yes, it is, says Orion. Hello, Orion. Hello. Georgia Carrera says K-pop rules. Girl, I got to get me into that a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah. This is the bullshit that we don't want to be a part of. And that was the one thing that I think really struck my waiter when I was speaking to him, because he kept asking me, well, where does, who takes the money or where does it go? And I said, there is no third party. There is no person in between you and your money anymore. Because that's what kept happening to you, is you kept sending your money to someone that you don't know or trust. All this is you interacting with the code. You've got your wallet. You've got the keys. You're the only one that's got control over your finances. You. So it removes the risk of what you experienced that first time around. And he's ready to invest. I gave him my card last night after we had the conversation the night before that. So I am hoping. Oh, excellent choice. It's tomorrow. This cruise ship right here, ladies and gentlemen, will be docked in San Diego tomorrow. I do not know what time, but I also do not know the answer to that. What is everyone doing that evening? I'm not sure what the timing is, and I don't have the thing in front of me, but hold on. Let's see. Give me a moment. Hold your horses. All right, I'm back. Okay, so looking at my handy dandy little cruise app here, I will be able to tell you what time we are getting into San Diego and what time we have to be back on the ship, because that's the important part. Next port is San Diego, California, day 6. Day 6, my calendar. That's not helpful. Well, perhaps day 6, San Diego, California. Gangway down 10 a.m. Okay, so here we go. We will be docked at San Diego. We will be able to leave the ship starting around 10 a.m. We will need to be back on the ship by about 9 p.m. It says gangway up is at 9:30. So we've got a whole day in San Diego. I have no idea what anyone is doing or has planned. I don't have anything planned other than the fact that I need to stop by a place where they sell salsa, because there's an amazing taco shop and salsa making company in Georgetown, Texas. They make my favorite salsa. Turns out one of the only other locations other than buying it online where you can go and pick up this salsa is in San Diego. So that is on my list of things to do. What else? What else? Knoxville says ahoy. Ahoy. Knoxville, good to see you. Oh, you guys, I think I'm going to cut this one short because I'm hungry and it's warm out here. So let me think if there's anything else that I want to say before I end this stream. Well, definitely thank you. Huge gratitude to everyone who has ever at any point in time listened to a blip of a clip of audio of SciVive or watched a second or two of my content. Every click counts. Every comment counts. Every sub counts. Y'all are the best. I couldn't do this without you. I really wouldn't be doing this without you. Duh. So I am really looking forward to what this, I think this next year is going to be one of the best years of my life. And I thought that last year. So things keep getting better. We've got a lot of really great things to look forward to. I believe that bull run is imminent, ladies and gentlemen. Have you seen what's happening in the market right now? Because you should check it out. Even little old me, who doesn't pay that much attention to the crypto markets, is really excited. Oh, I will. Let me see. I got a couple more comments here. Hex Betty says, Little Italy and Old Town. Sounds good. I've spent a little bit of time in Little Italy. And then I feel like we went on the yacht party was in the Old Town area. Isn't that the gas lamp district, which was beautiful? I like that a lot. Paul Sachs asks, does Captain feel in his zen with see? I do believe he does. I do believe he does. You can check him out on again, check out Chatting with the Captain last night. He and Marlon had a wonderful conversation. And that stream, I think, will give you all an insight as to what we can expect and what we can look forward to in this next year, because this is bigger than us. This is so much bigger than just our little Hexagon community, right? There are a lot of people looking at this space and wanting to know what's next for cryptocurrency. And you know what? We are what's next. Hex is the GOAT. Hex is better than Bitcoin. And people are going to start to recognize that in this coming year, I believe very strongly. Child says, happy 2 years, SJ. It was 2 years ago, week before last, I had my first invite to appear on Wales's show. We remain linked 100%. And Chuck says, wish I could have made this cruise since I'm near LA, busy with finals for my firefighting classes. Well, thank you, sir, for your service in the firefighting world. That is very cool. And then Excellent Choice says, Little Italy is north from Gaslamp. Yes, yeah, I've been there. And Gaslamp is downtown. Very cool. Well, once more, thank you so much for everything over these last 2 years. All the people that have supported me, anyone that's given me a shout out or a praise or a comment in the last couple years, it all means so much. And I really am just stoked on life. I'm so excited that I get to do what I do in this space. And I want to encourage, again, anyone out there who thinks that they want to start speaking in front of a camera or creating some kind of content. We need you. We need you to do it, because someone who's going to watch my content or listen to me is not going to be the same person that's going to watch your content or listen to you. And there are millions of people out there that we need to reach in all of these different ways. So go out and shine your light. Thank you again. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. And I will see you on the next one.